So next topic is about the braking system. What is meaning of braking system? Braking means what? Decrease in speed. So we have to decrease the speed of the motor. As we know, in our two-wheeler and four-wheelers, will decrease the speed of that vehicle with the help of braking system. That is the mechanical braking we are going to use. Alternative to that, even we have electrical braking also. In case of vehicles, we are going to use the mechanical braking system. But in case of our motors, to decrease speed of motor, if you use mechanical braking system, that in that case loss is more. To avoid that, we are going to use the electrical braking system. Compared to mechanical braking, it has more advantages. What are the advantages we have over the mechanical braking system? So frequent maintenance is not required in case of electrical braking. So brake shoe is present, we have to replace that. Life is less for that, and power is wasted whenever we apply brake. Power will be wasted in case of mechanical braking system. But all these disadvantage we can overcome by our electrical braking system. So to decrease speed, we are going to use the electrical braking system. So nowadays in EVs, so we can see this kind of braking system. So there are three types of braking system. One is regenerative braking system, plugging, and dynamic braking. First one, first one, regenerative braking. So what is meaning of regenerative braking here? So generated energy is supplied to the source. In this case, what is happening here? Regenerative braking system means what? We are regenerating the energy. How do you regenerate the energy? So in this case, power is flowing from load to source. Load to source. So whatever kinetic energy is present at the load side, so again we are using that energy, and we are storing in our battery system. That is called as regenerative braking system. Power is flowing from load to source. Load to source. Normally, what is the operation? Source to load. But in case of regenerative braking system, load to source. So what is the regenerative braking system here? Along with the braking operation, one advantage of this braking system is that along with the braking system, along with the decrease in speed, even we can store the energy. So whatever energy loss will happen in case of braking system, that energy loss we can avoid. And the same energy we can store for a further usage. So how do you do that? In case of In normal operation of induction motor, what happens here? So rotor speed is less than the synchronous speed. In normal operation, so induction motor runs less than the synchronous speed. Now we are going to decrease the speed of synchronous. We are going to decrease the speed of induction motor, and we have to make the regenerative braking system. In that case, what have to make is that, so we have to increase the rotor speed more than the synchronous speed. We have to increase the rotor speed more than synchronous speed. In that case, what happens here? So whatever rotating field will present, that opposes the motor operation. Now reverses the rotor induced EMF. Rotor current will that reverses the rotor induced EMF, and hence rotor current will decreases. Speed of the motor will decrease, and at the same time, what happens here? Whatever induced EMF is present at the rotor side can take back to the supply side. We can store that in our batteries for further usage. Same thing we have written here. Generated power can flow into the loads connected to supply. The source is relieved from supplying this much amount of power when load capacity is less. So what is meaning is that whenever load capacity is low, in case of train and all, we need to have more and more supplies. So in that case, what happens here? So we can make use of this regenerative braking system, and again we can take the energy from braking system. Whenever we apply the brake, so energy will be generated or energy will be wasted. Instead of wasting that energy, we are taking that energy again. We are collecting that energy and saving for further usage. The main advantage of this system is that generated power is usually employed. This is the regenerative braking system. So only thing is that, so braking, along with the braking, even we can take the energy. We can take the energy also. So problem on that we have, it is one of the important problem is present. A 400 volt star connected 3-phase 6-pole 50 hertz induction motor has following parameters. R, these are the resistance value given. RS, the stator resistance, rotor resistance referred to stator 1 ohm. There are the reactances. Stator reactance, rotor reactance 2 ohm. For a regenerative braking operation, determine first one, maximum overhauling torque it can hold and the range of speed for a safe operation. So maximum overhauling torque means maximum torque we have to calculate. Next, speed of range and speed range we have to calculate. Next, speed at which it will be hold and overload with a torque of 100 Newton meter. We'll discuss that one by one, step by step. Speed at which first one, speed they have given. Speed we have to calculate 120 F by P. So we get 1000 RPM. We convert it to radian per second. It will be 104.72 radian per second. And these are the values given. So maximum, to calculate the maximum torque here, to calculate maximum torque, first we have to calculate the maximum current here, because we can check the formula. It is the IR RR dash by S omega ms. So to calculate this T max, we need to collect this current. This current is depending on what parameter. This current is depending on slip, again voltage and slip, depend on the slip value. This slip we have to calculate first. We cannot calculate the normal slip. We have to calculate the maximum slip. We have to calculate the maximum slip. So calculate the maximum slip. This formula we have to use here. So how to get this formula? So can get like this. If we go to the second page. Yes. Page number 2 of handwritten notes. Page number 2 of handwritten notes. In this case, so we have torque equation, right? Torque equation to get the maximum torque. So what you are doing is that, so differentiating this torque equation with respect to S and equating to 0. Differentiate this equation, eighth equation, differentiate that and with respect to S and equate it to 0. So if you do this much, we'll get the S max dt by ds equal to 0. If you do this much, we'll get the S max formula. Instead of that, you can use that. No need of understanding the derivation. If you want, you can try. You can leave. Just you remember this formula. Rarely this formula. Just only one formula we have. So you can remember this one. You can remember. Just substitute the value. Get the slip value. Substitute here. We'll get the current. Here voltage is line voltage 400 is given. You convert 400 by root 3. So what they have given in problem is 400 volt star connected. He has given. What he has given? 400 volt star connected. So in case of star connected, if it is star connected, 400 volt line voltage is given. So you put the phase value here, 400 by root 3. So substitute the values, you will get this current. Same you use, you will get the T max. But only thing is that slip is changing. Slip value is different. So to calculate maximum T max, we are calculating the current and slip. Current and slip. Slip is the maximum slip. Current is the current maximum current. Next one is that what you are given. One more thing is that speed or range for a safe operation. So what is the safe operation of the motor? In which range of speed it will operate very easily, very comfortably. So maximum overhauling torque motor can hold. Speed at which torque is the maximum torque. maximum torque a motor can hold is 244 Newton meter. Next, speed at which torque is maximum. So we know this one formula, right? Speed is equal to 1 minus s ns. N is equal to 1 minus s ns. So that formula, same formula we are using. Instead of s max omega ms, we are using. Substitute that, we'll get this one. Speed will get, so safe operating ranges. So what is the safe operating ranges? What is this normal speed? Normal speed is 1000 to 1242 rpm. That is the speed range. 1000 to 1242. That is the normal speed operation. It is safe operation. Normal, that is the normal speed range for safe operation. Next, we have to calculate the one more speed at which it will hold a overload with a torque of 100 Newton meter. Now what I have calculated? So with using that given torque, we have to calculate the speed here. Torque is given. At that torque, what is the speed? They are asking simply what they are asking. Torque, they have given torque value. At that torque value, what is the speed? That you have to calculate. You can check